Alright, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gascally Samus from Gearworks.com, the E2KG Network podcasting channel on YouTube, the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube, and the Next Level Streamers group on Facebook. Here with another episode of the Firearm Tales. This is actually, for the Facebook page, is the first episode of the Firearms Tales for this season, Season 4 of For Love of Games / Rounding Off Infinity. I'm going to change things up this year a little bit in how I'm going to do hardware reviews, and I'm going to tightly couple them to the live streams just because it was getting a little difficult to schedule them and get them done separate from live streams. So I'm just going to go ahead and concatenate the two and hopefully be a little bit more diligent about getting those done. I apologize for tonight. It's a bit of a... I'm over here at my gaming laptop workstation, which is really on a workbench that's too small to accommodate everything. So I got things spread across everywhere on stools and whatnot. First thing that we're going to talk about tonight is a piece of hardware that I'm going to have under test for the next few days, and that is the Freewolf K11 mini gaming keyboard. So this, probably a lot of you guys know who have watched my videos or watched the YouTube channel, partially, and now, I mean, really primarily because I've got some early onset carpal tunnel syndrome. I particularly like these mini gaming keyboards to utilize instead of a full-blown keyboard for some of the wrist rests, and just it helps with the positioning with a single-handed device. This is about a $25 device on Amazon right now. It's a bit of unknown origin, but the good thing about it is that supposedly all of the lighting schema is addressable using the function key here. This is a 28-key mechanical mini gaming keyboard. I'm not sure exactly what kind of switches it has, but all the backlighting is supposedly addressable via this function key, so that it doesn't need any type of proprietary application or anything to run with it, unlike the AU188, I think it was, that I reviewed a little while ago. This is just a straight stick, pretty flat, normal, linear, and perpendicular set of keys layout, just like you would have on a normal keyboard. It's not ergonomic, it's not curved or anything. It has 4 foot pads here on the bottom in the corners. One of those is missing. I did find it, and I'm going to re-affix it. And it has a slight bit of elevation to it, but it doesn't have any actual flip-out feet, pedestals, or anything to elevate it a little more. One thing that I do really like is I do like that it has this larger oriented space bar. This is a pretty good size for these mini keyboards. Usually they are not quite as wide, and that causes me a little bit of consternation because I normally use the space key for jump with my left thumb. So the wider across that is, the better. The cable is not braided or anything, so that's a bit of a letdown. It has brightness controls right on the keypad, addressable via the function key as well. Now, when you go onto Amazon to look for this, you may not find the exact one that I purchased. If you search for Freewolf K11, the listing that I purchased from, it's not actually listed as such. You actually only see that when you get the instructions and some of the branding on the keypad itself indicates Freewolf up here in the upper right-hand corner. So, general hardware impressions, it's a pretty decent construction, maybe a little more durable than some of the other mini keyboards that I have. Not quite as elegant as the, I think it's the Razer Orb Chroma, which is the Razer device that I have that's of a similar ilk, a mini half keyboard. But it's a little simpler, and I'm hoping it's therefore reliable and doesn't need a bunch, like I said, of additional applications to get it running. I'm not sure if it's USB 2.0 or 3.0 either. That hasn't been indicated anywhere, but other than that, it looks like a pretty decent piece of kit, so we're going to get underway testing it here shortly. The other thing that we're going to be using this week, and it's not so much under review, because this has been out for a while. It's actually been out since August of last year, but we're going to be taking for a spin the Razer LanceHead Tournament Edition 16,000 DPI gaming mouse. So this is essentially a ambidextrous Death Adder. If you've ever used that mouse, slight incremental advancement in the design from the Death Adder. And the Death Adder was my favorite gaming mouse of all time. So like I mentioned, 16,000 DPI. It's got an RGB addressable lighting scheme with lighting touches on the side buttons, in the palm rest, and around the mouse wheel. Two pretty skinny switches allow you to switch DPI on the fly. One of the things that I like that I noticed in the Razer Synapse software now, at least for this, and I don't know how it's going to appear in the game, but when you hit these now, you actually get a DPI readout on a sliding scale bar readout on the right-hand side of your display. So that's pretty cool. Again, I don't know if that's going to overlay on the game, but at least when you're on the desktop, you can see actually what it's set at, because I always have a problem with, like, trusting, especially when you're trying to do it rapidly, is trusting exactly what DPI you have it set at. You wind up having to memorize exactly what color scheme is brought up when it starts, or when you flip into whatever DPI setting you want. So we're going to be taking that for a spin. Again, not necessarily for a review, because this has been out for a while, but it is one of the things I'm going to be kind of checking out to get my impression and feel for how much I like this while we were playing some Destiny 2 this week. So we're going to switch scenes and go ahead and get started here. Hopefully everything will work. This is a new streaming configuration and setup. I'm using the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. I ran into some problems getting it to read across my 5-meter USB 3.0 extension cables. So I hooked up my 14-foot medium length HDMI cables and ran a longer HDMI run so that the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus could plug in directly to the streaming PC. We're also using the blue Raspberry mic tonight, which I haven't gotten a lot of use out of. Probably one of my favorite mics, along with the blue Yeti Nano. I think I actually like the blue Raspberry a little bit more, so we're going to be checking that out as well. I'm going to flip you to the BRB screen, and I don't know that I can figure the camera to work along with the BRB screen, so I apologize for that. But again, this is a new streaming setup, so hopefully we'll get those things addressed during the week. That's going to be it for the hardware impressions. I'm going to flip you to the BRB screen, get this K11 Freewolf mini gaming keyboard hooked up, and we will be away here shortly, hopefully. Give me just a second.